So today the topic which we are going to do is the torsion in the phylum Mollusca. So before going to the torsion in phylum Mollusca, we have actually already done all this, the classification. So I am just telling you that this are you can say phylum Mollusca is not Arthropoda. This is wrong. They have written it is phylum Mollusca. This has 6 classes. So we have already done this before. So here out of these 6 classes we are concerned with the gastropoda. So this is the gastropoda, which is the largest of all the classes, and the number of species are you can say 80,000 species out of all the whole mollusks belong to gastropoda. And among gastropoda, there are many, you can say, 3 subclasses, and the one which we are going to do, we will be, you can say, citing examples from all of them. Okay, so we will be concentrating on gastropoda because torsion is the feature of gastropods. So let's move on to the topic. So this is our topic today, torsion in gastropoda. Okay, now first of all, what is torsion and how we are going to define torsion and where in which organisms it is found, that I've already talked. So you'll see that mostly the mollusks, which are the living mollusks, they maintain ancestral bilateral symmetry. Okay, of what type? Of the body as well as the mental cavity. Okay, so you can say the ancestors or the adults, they have the not the adults but the larva, they are bilaterally symmetrical, and even the adults are bilaterally symmetrical in most of the mollusks. And here this body and the mental cavity lies either on the posterior or on the lateral side, except, but there is exception, except one of the classes of mollusca, which is gastropoda. So gastropoda is little different. Now in gastropoda, what happens here, the examples we can cite of you can say apple snail, aplysia, so many examples we can give here. Here these organisms body is asymmetrical, their mental cavity lies anteriorly. Okay, whereas normally it is posterior, but here it lies anteriorly. Shell and the visual mass is spirally coiled and it is directed posteriorly. Okay, so still gastropoda are said to be believed that they descended from an unsegmented and bilaterally symmetrical, you can say, ancestors, which, okay, it means the ancestors had the straight alimentary canal normal, which you can say the straight alimentary canal begins with the mouth and ends and with the mouth towards the anterior side, and the anus will be on the posterior side. Okay, so what is the reason for anterior location of mental cavity in these organisms, which are the gastropods? This is due to torsion. Okay, torsion, another name of torsion is twisting. Now what twisting of what? Twisting of the visceral hump. Okay, before going to the definition, I've made diagrams for you. So this is the animal, which is the animal before torsion, and this after the torsion takes place. So in the normal animal before torsion, you can say the head is located here, and this is the visceral mass, and this is the foot. So they are the body divisions of mollusks. Okay, and you can say normally, and the gill was located on the just near the anus. Okay, so this was the alimentary canal starting with the mouth, and it reached towards anus. Whereas when this animal you can say twisted or showed torsion, so it was the movement of the this visceral you can say mass, this visceral mass at the angle of 180 degrees. So what happens, you can see this alimentary canal, if it moves in this manner, in the as we open the tap or as we close the tap, so it will get twisted. So this here you can see this alimentary canal got twisted, and this anus, which was located on the posterior side, because of this twisting it moved towards the anterior side only. So mouth and the anus are lying on the one side only. Okay, so this is actually if you understand this diagram, the whole process of torsion will be very easy for you. So let's move on to the definition now. The definition: torsion is defined as the rotation of visceral organs through the angle of 180 degrees in the anti-clock, it is in the anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so this results in the conversion of what happens is that the symmetrical, the larva was symmetrical, bilaterally symmetrical. Because of this movement in the anti-clockwise direction at 180 degrees, it became asymmetrical adult. So the adult becomes asymmetrical. Okay, so let's move further and see what we have to do. Now you can see the process of torsion. So process of torsion, you can say, we can see this coiling or the torsion is of two types. Now what are these two types? The two types are, one is called as the exogastric, you can say, torsion, and another is called as the endogastric torsion. Now what is exogastric torsion? When the torsion makes mental cavity forward. Okay, if the mental cavity moves forward, it is exogastric. When the torsion makes the anterior face of the visceral cavity posterior, anterior side becomes posterior, then it is called as the endogastric, okay, torsion. Now what is the main reason of torsions? We have to see the process, the mechanism, and why this took place. What is the reason? So this is due to arresting of the growth. Arresting means stoppage of growth on one side and active extension on the other side. So you can imagine the growth on the body of the animal retarded, or you can say arrested, totally arrested, stopped on one side, and the other side, you can say, whereas there was active extension on the other side. All right, that resulted in the movement, you can say circular movement in the anti-clockwise direction, which means spiral type of movement took place. So generally right side growth is retarded. It is the right side of the animal which shows the retarded growth. Therefore mental cavity and the pallial complex gradually pass round to the right side. They move to the right side, that is to the anterior side. So because of, you can say, greater growth of visceral mass towards left, so this results in the, because on the right side it is retarded, whereas on the left side there is greater growth. Okay, greater growth of the visceral mass. Visceral mass, what is visceral mass? Visceral mass is the, I just showed you in a diagram also. The visceral, you can say, mass includes all the organs which are present there. Viscera, it means viscera lies there. For example, here I have just showed you. So this is the visceral mass. Okay, so visceral mass will have all the organs which are present, so that you can say the whole of the visceral mass it move towards the left. All right, so examples are given here. The example is Esmia. Now the in Esmia, this is one of the example of the gastropod mollusk whose process is, means this torsion process is completed in just 2 to 3 minutes. Therefore it cannot be, and it is said that because it cannot be differential growth, because differential growth takes lot of time. Okay, now you can say the concentration of the larval contraction of the larval, this is also said that the larval retractor muscles are contracted. This brings about the rotation or torsion. Okay, because of the contraction of the larval retractor muscles, also the rotation or the torsion is brought about, and only, you can say, neck of the larva gets twisted. Okay, so they say that only the neck gets twisted. Therefore consequently everything lying between the head and the anus, so the the viscera which lies between the head and the anus undergoes an anti-clockwise rotation through an angle of 180 degree around vertical axis, and it passes in the dorsoventral direction. The movement is towards the dorsoventral direction. So let's move on to the, so we are going to move to the different stages of torsion. So we have, you can say, two stages of torsion, stage 1 and stage 2. Now the whole process is divided into two parts. Now what happens in the stage 1? Contraction of larval retractor muscles account for 90 degree of rotation of the visceral hump. It is said that we are saying this word again and again, that the larval retractor muscles contract, but this does not account for 180-degree rotation, but only half 90-degree of rotation of the visceral hemp is due to the contraction of larval retractor muscles. We have diagrams, I'll show you later. Now this process only lasts for a few hours. Here the process lasts for a few hours. At the end, what happens, the mental cavity which was initially located on the ventral position comes to the right side with foot projecting on the left side. Okay, so if you have not understood, I have got diagrams here. I'll show you through diagrams. So this is the this seems to be very complicated diagram, but it is not complicated at all. Here you will see this is a normal animal having the mouth, the buccal, you can say cavity, the buccal ganglia. This is the alimentary canal which is here, and here you can say these are the two gills present, and this alimentary canal is ending at this anus. Okay, and this region is the region of the viscera. Viscera is there. Now this is the normal. Here you can see it is mentioned also hypothetical ancestral stage with symmetrical arrangement of structures. Abhi kya hua, in the next diagram you will see after A we move on to B. Now you can see when this torsion is going on, this gill, can you see the gill is moving towards this side, isn't it? Okay, so it means that there is overgrowth on this side. So the overgrowth on this side will, and there is less growth on this side, will cause the movement or the rotation of the animal towards towards this side, isn't it, which I just explained you. And in the next diagram you can see here also, displacement of the mental cavity to the right. So here the mental cavity is displaced towards right. Okay, it has moved towards right here. And then you can say in the next diagram, in the C diagram, we can see showing 90-degree torsion. So here this is the movement. This was here, this moved towards this, and now it is moving at the angle of 90-degree. And this is also, you can say, showing half torsion. This is half torsion yet. Okay, this is again, you can say, the growth, more growth is taking place on this side and less growth is taking on this side. Okay, and finally this is the complete torsion. Now you can see the animal becomes so complicated. Here you can say there was mouth, and the mouth was here, anus was here, but because of this rotation, this, you can say, the mouth, as well as you can see here, this alimentary canal is also twisted, and the anus also comes to lie here, isn't it? So mouth and the anus come to lie on one side, and with that whole viscera, you can see gills have also moved from the posterior position, they have moved towards the anterior position. The foot is on the wherever it was located is there only. And this digestive gland, you can see this digestive gland is also showing spiral movement, spiral. So and the same time the shell is also getting coiled, the viscera is getting coiled inside, and outside the shell was also getting coiled. And because of this, it's nerve, you can see the nerve ganglia, these nerve ganglia, because of this, otherwise they were normally present from this to this side, but because of this rotation, you can see it is, see this line. Okay, this is also showing that the similar type of rotation here. Then here you can see, now here you can see it has become 8 shaped, isn't it? So because of, you can see this type of rotation, this has the nerves which are present, the nervous system also becomes 8 shaped. So here a very peculiar feature that in torsion, in the case of mollusks, their nervous system or the nerves, they also show the figure of 8. Okay, so now we can move back to the whatever I was explaining you, and we can read it again. So here you can see let's do it again. Stage 1, contraction of the larval retractor muscles account for 90-degree of rotation. This process only lasts for a few hours. At the end, the mental cavity, which was initially located on the ventral position, comes to lie on the right side with foot projecting on the on the left side. Okay, whereas stage 2, what happens in the stage 2? The rest of the torsion is due to differential. It is said this was for 90-degree rotation, the next is due to differential growth, and the next one is of longer duration. Okay, stage 2 is longer duration, and actual mechanism, it is said that still the scientists have not come to know this exact mechanism, but one of the scientists, Thomson, was the one in 1958. He distinguished five possible ways by which torsion resulted in gastropores. So he said that you can say he gave many examples. For example, in Esmia, 180-degree rotation of visceral hump is due to muscular contraction alone. So this was the conclusion, because he was studying this now. So this is what he concluded, that here the 180-degree rotation is due to muscular contraction alone. Okay, now next is the common way of torsion, which is 180 degree, is encountered in patella. Patella, you can say, I have shown you the specimen also. So, and in haliots, this is achieved in, you can say, in two stages. So in this particular organism, this torsion is achieved in two stages. In the first stage, 90-degree movement by contraction of the larval retractor muscles, and later slow 90-degree rotation is due to differential growth. Okay, now next, after this, we move on to the you can say the next points, because we have 2-3 points left. And the third one, given according to this scientist, he says 180-degree rotation is by differential growth alone in viva pura. This is another example. It is just by due to differential growth. Here it is due to differential growth. So and then another example is aplysia. Here the torsion results due to differential growth plus change in the anus position. So it is different in different organisms. And then another one is adularia. In adularia, there is torsion of the visceral pallium. You can say they do not recognize the torsion of the visceropallium complex. So here you can say different organs appear in the just post torsional position, means they cannot recognize, it's not recognizable, but they can see that different organs now appear after the torsion in the post torsional position. Okay, so with that we have done the mechanism. Let's come to the effects of torsion. Now what happens after the torsion? You can say we can see the following changes. The first one, looping of alimentary canal, we have just seen, no? So alimentary canal becomes looped. Okay, so here you can see this which I just showed you, this one. See, here the alimentary canal has become, it shows a loop now. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. So becomes loop like, the anus is brought forward near the mouth, and I have shown you displacement of mental cavity. The mental cavity is shifted forward. The whole of the mental cavity, which was on the posterior side, now comes to lie forward. It becomes forward in position. Next is twisting of the nervous system, and I have just shown you long uncoiled pleurovisual nerve connection gets twisted in the figure of 8. This phenomena is called as the chiassonury. Chiassonury or chiassonury. Right connective with the ganglion passes over the intestine to become supraintestinal. The ganglion which passes over the intestine is supraintestinal, while the left connective passes below the intestine to become infraintestinal. Okay, so one ganglion passes below the intestine, it is infraintestinal. The one which you can say passes over the intestine with the nerves, it is called as a supraintestinal. So that forms a figure 8. Okay, now next is changes in the relative positions. After torsion, anus, the tenidia and the renal orifices, they project forward, and the auricles lie in front of ventricle. Okay, so this just you have to learn. Then endogastric coil of the visceral sac. So visceral sac as well as the shell gets coiled, which primarily was dorsal, otherwise it was exogastric, now becomes endogastric. After torsion, from exogastric position changes, it becomes endogastric. I have already explained you what is the meaning of endogastric. Last is the loss of symmetry. So it becomes asymmetrical. The whole of the animal becomes asymmetrical after the torsion is completed. Now coming to the significance. What is the significance of torsion? Again, two contrasting views are given. The first is called as the Garstoni's view. This was a person in 1928. He advocated that torsion is an adaptive. They say it is an adaptive feature and is useful for the larva for the protection against enemies. Okay, so the placement of the mantle cavity on the anterior side in the larva provides greater protection to the head. Okay, because mantle cavity is toward the anterior sides, so that gives protection to the head and the other associated structures, whereas the mantle cavity provides the protective, you can say protective space for the withdrawal of the foot, because the mantle cavity houses the foot also, so it helps in the withdrawal of foot also, and the head in if there is danger. So in that way this person was explained this. Another view was Morton's view. Morton emphasized the importance of anterior location of mantle cavity both in the larva and adult. He said that both in the larva and the adults there is the mantle cavity is anteriorly located. So anteriorly placed mantle cavity housing the head with the sense organs, respiratory structures in the adult add positive advantages to the test the water, because there is structure osphaриdium which comes to lie in the front position, and the as soon as the water enters the body, that water can be tested by that osphaриdium before it enters the you can see the mantle cavity. So here you can see this structure osphaриdium they have not shown, but here it comes to lie towards the anterior side. Okay, so this in this particular you can say example they have not shown it, but the it becomes anterior after the torsion takes place. So detorsion is not in your syllabus, so we'll stop here only. So with that we complete this topic.